Hey Tim, how do you feel about the Astros season this year?
It's really tough to put in a few words, but first off, I'm honored. I'm just so delighted. Never in my wildest dreams could I have foreseen this. We're talking about a team that shouldn't have been here. Nobody saw this coming. Even the most crazy, optimistic of delusional fans could have thought that we'd be taking the defending AL champions to the ropes with the franchise savior just turning 21. And I'm just so full of joy to be able to wear my Astros gear in public again and find a few people to talk to about the team. And we just started, and what just happened? You know what? It hurts, and it's cool to vent, and that's fine. But let's recognize the big picture, how trivial baseball is, and if anything, this heartache is going to start a fire in them to avenge it and know that, hey, you guys deserve a pat on the back, but you guys are only getting started, and there's more work to be done. And I think they all recognize that. And since as long as I can remember, I've just been all about all of our sports teams, and always tried to be loyal to them, no matter how illogical moves the front office has made. And out of all my experiences over 20 plus years, this core of guys, I love these guys. They are down to earth. They get it. They know who they are. They enjoy playing for this team. They enjoy playing for AJ Hinch. They enjoy playing for a front office headed by an incredibly smart man, Jeff Lunau, who encourages them to play to their strengths and do what makes them successful. And they embody team, and they're loose, and they just play like there's no tomorrow. And it's been 10 years since I've been able to just say that, and more so for this team, and be in that environment again at Minute Maid Park, because it was a really tough time. And for anybody to express anything beyond simple venting or anger of what happened blows my mind, because this team was on life support, and Drake McClain bled every last resource to try to sell the team for the maximum value he could get, and he held on to an aging core, and he got tossed a bone with Roger Clemens signing for $5 million in a freakish Cy Young year, and he killed National League Baseball in Houston, and we had to move to the AL West, where we're not having the same desirable matchups with legendary franchises like the Cardinals, Cubs, hell, even the Pirates, Reds are more appealing to me than the Mariners and Angels and Rangers. I mean, come on, get out of here. And just amazing, these guys, they did it. They made prudent decisions. They said, hey, this is broke. We're going to fix it. This isn't a baseball town, so we are going to strive to create the smartest team in the majors and find guys that are undervalued and cater to them and tell them, here's how we think you should be successful. And I mean, like I said, Carlos Correa just turned 21 years old. This guy, knock on wood, is a potential Hall of Famer. And I just could not be more proud and more honored to call myself an Astros fan and be able to say that in public. It's great. It feels amazing. And there is nothing but good things to come. If you don't, I get the seize the day thing. That's fine, But if you know how trivial baseball is and how long of a season, it would take a freaking crazy combination of stuff to keep us from contending. And this team is going to win a World Series in 5 years. And you know what? If they just won one World Series and then crapped the bed for the next 30 and lost 162 games and didn't win, it'd be totally worth it. And you can always hang your head up, because we're not a baseball town, but we can become one, and you should get behind them, because Minute Maid Park is the place to be. And I mean, this team started out hot out of the gate with crowds of 10,000 people, and every one of those guys deserves the utmost level of your respect and appreciation and a thank you for this season. It's been 10 years. 10 years. There are 9-year-olds that all their recollection is the Astros being just a dumpster fire and a joke. And here we are, playing with house money in 2015. Dallas Keuchel, Greg Maddux with the left arm, Jose Altuve, 5'6", by conservative measures, with the heart of a lion. Carlos Correa, father working 3 jobs, riding his bike to his baseball academy, and he knows he is the franchise savior. He does not even shy away from that label. He rides on his shoulders and takes leadership. I could go on and on, but I think I'm on a video limit here time-wise. But wow, all of them. Thank you, every one of you. Colin McHugh, Evan Gaddis, even Chris Carter. Sorry, people, you don't judge a crappy 2-month stretch off of some guy, especially one that dealt with all of our crappy crowds for years and just went about his business and did his job and didn't complain or throw a hissy fit, even though you guys just labeled him some subpar failure of a human being because he didn't hit .330 with 89 home runs as a 28 or 29-year-old or whatever he is at this point that's bounced around, who's never even been a top prospect. I mean, let's get a little perspective, people. This was an overwhelming success of the season, and I can guarantee you that Stanford-educated A.J. Hinch, who actually caught in the majors, unlike a lot of you that sit on your couch drinking a beer and say, oh, well, you should have done that. Well, thanks, Captain Hindsight. If we would have done certain things, then the Great Depression would never happen. Congratulations, you're really smart. Jeff Lunau, bilingual, Ivy League educated executive. Jim Crane, called a war profiteer, a racist, a cheapskate. Nah, they just did what had to be done. They just put it on the table and recognized what had to be done, made prudent decisions, had the foresight to say, hey, if we just do this thing right, we can create an ever-churning machine that's going to bring a World Series championship to the city of Houston. And just give me one. These guys are going to do it. And if you want to cry because we lost to the defending AL champions, when, a lot of you a couple weeks ago just cried that we were going to miss the playoffs or could never beat the Yankees in Yankee Stadium in one game with, the AL Cy Young winner. Let's hope. If not, it's a huge travesty. That's cool. Feel free to find a way to contact us, and we will buy your train ticket because we're not going to spend anything beyond that for a plane or anything nice for you, and we'll get you out of town because we don't need you. Get out. This team's bringing a World Series title home to Houston next few years, for sure. So, thank you guys. I love you. Amazing season. Haven't had this fun in over a decade, and honestly, this is even better because the sun just creeped over the horizon. We got a whole revolution over the world to go. So hop on now, or you can get out. That's all I got. Peace out.